Hello, so it's now Tuesday, which means it's gym day. I don't think my daughter will be going because she hurt her back the other day when she was out with her friends. Um, like she was on the swing or something and a friend bumped into her or whatever, and apparently she flew in the air and landed on her back. So she's been in a bit of pain with it recently, so I don't know if she'll be going. Probably not, so it'll just be a solo session to the gym. What was I going to say? I've just had a lovely, one of my favourite lunches to have. I couldn't have it all the time, but I do like to have it every now and again. But a BLT bagel thin, grilled chicken, a bit of lettuce, and a few cherry tomatoes with a bit of lighter than light mayo on. Delicious. Delish. So yes, I've just had my lunch. I'm just on my lunch break still as we speak, so I'm just back on and get some work done because it never ends. What I was going to discuss is, you'll have seen in my last vlog that I got weighed and I put a pound on, and I was saying how unhappy I was about it. What I've not yet discussed is how that then led me to a binge. So I got weighed on the Friday, and as you saw, put a pound on. Didn't deserve it. I know bodies can fluctuate, and a lot of people recommend weighing daily over a few months, just so you can see the trend in your body, and where it's at different points of the month and what have you. But I didn't think logically. I was just thinking, oh my God, I'm never going to do this. What is the point? I've come this far and I've still not even managed to achieve 2 stone yet. And then all the negative thoughts just start creeping in, you're never going to do this, pointless, give up, yada, yada, yada. And usually I just fight them kind of thoughts, and I'm just like, shut up. But this time I was that way out, and we had treats in the cupboard, and I just binged. I had a chocolate bar. Started off, well, they're not chocolate bar, they're like them, skinny whips. So not ridiculously bad. But, and we had other bits in, I can't remember what we had in, but I just had one of those. And I would even tell myself, let's not do this, let's not do it, let's just walk away now. But did I? No. There's working at my desk, and I just kept coming downstairs, going to the cupboard, eating, and I devoured so much food, and I felt awful afterwards. I felt awful because I had the guilt from eating all that bad food, wondering how that's going to impact my body. I had the shame of knowing that once again I've just given in and come for it, and yeah, so a whole host of emotions that come along with that. And I was worried that's it now. I'm just gonna go back to square one, not bother, I actually panic myself because I'm so worried of just quitting completely, and it actually gets me really panicky. But I drew a line under it. I didn't have anything else to eat for the rest of the day after that. Not as a punishment, but just because I was so full. I didn't need anything else. But then when me and my daughter went to Trafford Centre, we had a Five Guys, which wasn't healthy. I got a burger and fries. But I thought, well, usually on a Friday we do have a takeaway. Not every Friday, most Fridays, but we have a takeaway because that's my weighing day, and I just think I'll spend more calories on a takeaway. So we just did what we normally did. We just continued as normal. My daughter wanted a Five Guys, so that's what we got. That sounds really spoiled. That just means I let her choose, and that's what she chose. But then after that, I drew a line, and the next day, I just just continued as normal, just went back to eating well, having proper meals, and yeah, so I've not completely gone off the rails. But I didn't mention it in my other vlog. I don't know why, I meant to include it somewhere, but last week I were a bit, kept forgetting to pick up the camera anyway and vlog and stuff. But yeah, so I just wanted to include that in because that is part of the journey, and whilst it's something that I'm actually, I'm not ashamed anymore, but at the time I was ashamed. Yeah, it was just so bittersweet because in my last vlog earlier in the week, I filmed about resisting loads of junk food and stuff, and I think I'd had a bad day at work or something had happened, and I was like saying I'm so proud because normally I do this, this and this, and then a few days later I did exactly what I said I normally do. But no one's perfect, we're all human. I didn't get this way overnight, and I didn't get this way by making the best decisions. So I understand that sometimes like these things are going to happen. But I've drawn a line, I've accepted it. I wish it wouldn't have happened, of course, and I wish I'd have, I don't know, I just wish it wouldn't have happened, but it did, and I'm trying to recoup back some of the damage it will have done. And hello. So I'm just outside the gym. I had to go to Asda first this time round to pick up my new leggings, which I've now put straight on, and the size I've got is actually a bit loose. Not loose enough to size down, like they'll be okay, the leggings, so like the stretchy and stuff anyway. So, but yeah, so that feels good because they're a bit bigger, so that's great. So yes, my daughter didn't come to the gym with me today because, as I mentioned previously, she hurt her back and she still doesn't feel like she is ready, which I'm glad because I didn't want her to come anyway because she needs to rest it and what have you. So yeah, I picked up our tea whilst we were at the Asda picking up my leggings. I just got some salmon, same as we had last night actually, banging tea. Salmon, mash, broccoli, and green beans and some asparagus. So I'm looking forward to that tonight. We had that, I made it for us last night and it was delightful, so we're having it again tonight. I'm just done, finished at the gym. I ended up doing 20 minutes on the treadmill and 10 minutes on the Stairmaster, and then I'm going to go do machines, but I went on the calf press first because it was the first one available, and I mean, I thought I was doing it right. I followed the instructions. I've been doing it for a few weeks now. I've watched YouTube videos now to do it, and it does hurt my legs, so I assumed I must be doing it correctly. My glasses are steamed up. And then this guy asked me how long I was going to be, because I was just sat in between my set just waiting to do my next one, and the guy like got on the machine. He was like, oh, just stay with me for a second, and he said, look, this is better than that, and but it just made me feel really embarrassed, so then I didn't want to go on any other machines, so I just like, oh yeah, thank you, and then I just left. He wouldn't have known, he'd probably just thought it was my last machine, but it just made me feel a bit humiliated, and I've always been scared of going on the machines for that reason. I mean, obviously I appreciate the help, God, it sounds ungrateful, but yeah. And then it sounds like I'm moaning a lot. I'm not meaning to sound like I'm moaning, it's not that, but sometimes when some of the treadmills that I go on, like I do the speed that I normally go on, which is like between 6.5 to 7, which isn't overly fast, but it's fast for me. And then it's like, I swear to God, some of the treadmills are not calibrated correctly, because then I go on some of the others and I put it up to like 4.5, for example. Like I'm walking on the treadmill and I just start putting it up as I'm going. So eventually I get into a speed that I can run at. And then sometimes it's like on 4.5, like it was today. And it's funny because this treadmill, when I stepped onto it, I thought, sure, this is one of the ones that don't feel right. And anyway, and then I was running on like speed 4.5, but if I went to like 5, for example, it felt like my legs were gonna fly off. So I mean, obviously I've worked hard, but I don't get it. Is that a thing? Treadmills sometimes not calibrated correctly. I sound like I'm moaning, I'm not. It was a good gym session overall. I got a 20-minute run done. I did the Stairmaster on speed 4. Well, 3 and 4. I kept alternating because I found it a bit tricky. But yeah, that really put me off, and I feel really bad because the guy probably just thought it were helping, but it just made me feel a bit embarrassed. Good morning and happy Friday. We made it to the end of another week. Just got work to get through, and then we're done. It's the weekend. Woohoo! So just out walking the dog as usual, and got weigh-in this morning, so I'm very nervous because I want a loss. I want to get back down in the next stone bracket, and I want to get to 2 stone, but I'm just a bit worried because after last week I put a pound on. I know it's just a silly little pound, but as I said earlier in my vlog, it made me just comfort eat. Now I ultimately obviously had the control over that situation, but I just let the control go. So, but hey ho, a new week, like, we go again, don't we? So we'll see what the scales say when I get back home. Haven't really got much planned this weekend. We're supposed to be sorting the back garden out because it's got a bit overgrown. We flagged it, we put flagstones down to make life easier because I didn't want to have to whip out a lawnmower all the time and lawnmower it and stuff like that, or strim it, whatever. But weeds are coming up through the flagstones, and every time I look out in the back garden I'm like, I should sort this, but I just can't be bothered. So we were supposed to be this weekend sorting the back garden, doing a bit of the back garden, getting that tidied up a bit. But I checked the weather forecast, hopefully it'll change, but it's supposed to be raining most of the weekend, so that's fun, so that's great. But we'll see, they can change, can't they, these weather forecasts, daily, hourly, so we shall see. So yeah, just start walking the doggy boy. Shadow, say hello to YouTube. Been a nice peaceful walk this morning. We got out pretty early on, so my daughter got to school quite early. It means I'm getting back a bit earlier, so that is good. But other than taking my daughter to ice skating, oh, my arm's aching. Swap you over to this side. But other than taking my daughter to ice skating lesson and maybe tidying the back garden if the weather permitting, we haven't actually got really much planned this weekend. It's a bit of a quiet one. We seem to go through a patch where it was just busy weekend after busy weekend. We were doing something, and then over these last few weekends it's eased off a bit, but it's quite nice just having a few chilled weekends. Hi guys, so it's me in my kitchen, woohoo, yet again. So it's weighing now, so I'm just going to weigh in and see how we've done. I'm hoping for a loss because I feel like I deserve it. I feel like I've been very good and I deserve that loss, but we'll see what happens. So I'm going to get on the scales now and I shall report back. Hi guys, so it's me. I am back. I have been weighed and I'm pleased to say that I've lost 2 pounds this week and I've got my 2 stone awards. So I'm very happy. Very happy. Yes, I'm very happy because I'm back in the next stone bracket and I've also got 2 stone now, and especially after last week when I had that binge and I was just feeling so low and I was just feeling like, what is even the point, because I'm never going to achieve it. But you know what, I knuckled down, I kept going to the gym, and yeah, I lost 2 pounds, so I'm very happy. Woohoo! Good morning and happy Saturday. We went to the gym last night. I did 15 minutes on the treadmill, but running faster. And then I did 10 minutes on the Stairmaster. And then we did some of the arm machines. So yeah, it was a good session. I felt like I could have done more, but I always feel like that. It is almost 7:25. My daughter's got her ice skating lesson and I want to get a shower before we go. Rain just started coming down, so that's lovely. I'm enjoying having my shower anyway, so it's fine if I get wet through. So we're just walking through different woods this time, and it's so quiet, apart from I've just heard a dog bark, so there must be someone else out here somewhere, but it's just so peaceful. But it feels wrong to like be talking because it feels like I'm in a library or something and I shouldn't be talking. But yes, so I keep forgetting to pick up my camera and film, and I almost today, because I knew I'd be getting changed after the shower before we go to ice skating. I almost wore my blue New York jumper again, thinking, oh well, I can just wear it and then it can go at wash. But I think you've seen me in that twice already, so I thought I'd best not make it a third time. Can you hear the birds? Oh, it just makes me feel so at peace. Hello, so I just got out of the gym, sweaty as you can see, the face doesn't quite match the rest of me, but 5k run done. Went a bit faster, I need to work it out, but I think I did go faster, so I struggled with it, and I was literally 2k in, and I was thinking, should I go for 6 again or should I go for 6.5, beat last week, and I just couldn't work out what to do. But I was 2k in. The first k, I felt fine. I felt great. I was like, actually, I can feel improvements. I'm finding it a lot easier. And then by the time I was 2k in, I was like, oh my god, I want this to be over. I am done with this. So I thought, do you know what? I'll just do the sensible thing and go for 5. Did it. I think it is a personal best, but I need to work it out, like I say. I didn't press the pacer while I was on the treadmill. I always have it set to the distance and calories burnt. I didn't check the pacer. That is done. So feeling good because at least I got it done. A bit tired though, very, very hot. We're just gonna go pick up some lunch. We're gonna get bagels, cream cheese, salmon, and have like a cream cheese salmon bagel. So that will be delightful. And yes, so we're gonna go.